Hello everyone, today it's time for my May favorites and I can't believe this month has gone by so incredibly quickly. I'm so happy to share new favorites with you and I'm actually going to start with my hair. I have been using some new Kerastase products and this is the Spray Apporté, the Tousled Effect Spray, and with summer coming up, tousled hair is really popular and this is my natural hair. I just have a little bit of this sprayed into dry hair and I teased it a little bit with my Mason Pearson hairbrush. I absolutely love this. You can detangle, you can style, you can do everything with this one hairbrush and it's an investment, but it does apparently last decades, if not your whole lifetime, if you take good care of it. So that's an example of another tool that is really worth investing in. But I use that to create this sort of loose tousled hairstyle, and if you do use this on damp hair and blow dry your hair upside down or with a round brush, you will get a lot more volume. I have experienced it myself, but I do sort of like this undone, you know, less volumized look as well. Now I did talk about the Kerastase Lift Vertige. This is the Fixation Medium Hold Gel and I love this for the crown of my head. I don't have much hair back here, unfortunately, it's genetic, but I do use this to give me a little bit more root plump, and I use this on damp hair, upside down, blow dry it, and it does work miracles. Both of these products actually make my hair feel very soft to the touch. A lot of the problem with these, you know, volumizing, tousling products is that they make hair feel crunchy and dry, especially after a blow dry, but these Kerastase products have really knocked it out of the park. I love the teal packaging, but ultimately the reason why I love the products and continue to use them is because they are very effective even on normal stubborn hair like mine. So I absolutely love these two products and I do highly recommend them. Now I'm actually going to talk to you about a couple of clothing pieces before we hop on into foundations, including cushions, which many of you are curious about. But actually, let's begin with this shirt because now that it is summertime, everyone's looking for the perfect white tee, but I highly recommend this LAmade shirt because it has slightly a dolman style short sleeve that doesn't make you look too boxy. It hides those arms if you're not tank top ready yet, and I do think that the fit is ultra flattering. It is a longer shirt, but it does keep your figure looking a little bit slimmer despite its slight sheerness. So I highly recommend this top, and they do make it in black, so I think I might invest in a black one as well, just because it's so lightweight and it's perfect for the heat that we've been having here in Southern California. Now I have another top, and this one is by Keepsake. I love this so much that I actually purchased it in a different color. So I have now both blue and black, and I'm going to show you the black one today. And I just feel like the peplum style tops are still in style, but this peplum is especially unique because it has a longer fishtail hem, and in my opinion the fishtail hem really makes your waist look tiny, so it just gives you the illusion of a slimmer hourglass figure. So I highly recommend this top before it sells out. Now moving on to the cushions. I know cushions are hugely popular right now and I've been testing out a ton of new foundation again but what's new, right? I'll start with the Laneige BB cushion since this is the one that I have been testing most recently, and I've been using this for a few weeks now. This is the light color and this has an SPF of 50. This is the 5-in-1 cushion. Laneige recently released a 6-in-1 cushion, but this one is available via Target.com apparently, and I absolutely love this except for the fact that the light color is actually a little bit more pink than I would have hoped. So I do think that these were formulated for the American market because they're not quite as yellow. They're definitely not ashy, and I actually have this in the color medium as well, but there is a significant jump from light to medium, and medium is quite orange, so do keep that in mind. This one has more of a satin finish which does warm up quite quickly, so this does still provide a dewy finish, so I do recommend it more for combination to normal skin. Oily skin will definitely have to powder down and make sure that the T-zone is blotted throughout the day just to prevent you from looking ultra shiny. Now that one is great for summer because the coverage ranges from, I would say, sheer to light medium. The other two cushions that I own, the 3Lab Aqua BB and the Slouchy Perfecting Cushion number 25, and the 3Lab Aqua BB is in the shade medium. Medium is between the Laneige light and medium, except This one is not nearly as orange. However, I still think that the Hautelook Even Fair Perfecting Cushion is still my favorite. I actually love this so much that I went out and purchased it in another color. Leanne sent me number 25, which is the darkest shade, but I purchased number 23 because I've become a lot fairer in the past several weeks, and I will photograph and review this on the blog sometime soon. But they both give me really dewy finishes, which is great for those with normal to dry skin. During the summer, I do think that I would definitely powder down with these just so that I don't look quite as shiny. Now, I realize that was a really brief rundown of the 3 cushions that I own, and there is lots more to discuss. So if you'd like to see a dedicated review to my cushions, definitely let me know down below if you'd like to see a review like that, and then I can show you the differences between the 3. Now for a traditional foundation. This is the Coquetto High Definition Makeup Moisture Foundation in 113, and this is the perfect match for my skin tone. Now, I will say that the moisture does feel a little bit more dense than the Aqua because the Aqua is very thin, but they both provide anywhere from light to medium coverage, and I do think that this is buildable. I used it in my last tutorial if you'd like to see it in action, but I just love that this looks and feels like real skin. Now for a little bit of concealer talk. I have rediscovered my love for the Clé de Peau Beige Concealer Stick, and I used to love the very original formula back in 2006 or 2007. So I love the concealer, but they have changed it a couple times since then. But now that I have dry skin, I have rediscovered how much I love this particular concealer. It works really well to cover my hyperpigmentation and my spots because it is a drier formula. I can apply this directly to my eye using this stick, and I like to tap it in, just blend it slightly, and it is very opaque, so a little covers just about everything. And I do think that it's a great investment because a little, again, does go a long way, so it doesn't take much effort to cover spots. So if you have the budget and you are definitely willing to splurge for a concealer and you haven't been happy with concealers before, I do think it's worth a shot. Most people either love it or hate it, but I absolutely love this concealer and I do highly recommend it. Now I'm going to move on to skincare, and I'm only going to discuss a few pieces, so it will be a quick section. And this is the 3Lab Super Age Serum. This is the Super Age Defying Serum, and I used the whole bottle before reviewing this because this is the most expensive serum that I've ever used. Initially, I didn't see the miracle results that I had expected to achieve, but I continued using the product, and after 4 weeks, I saw that my skin was plumped, it was firmer, and my acne scars weren't necessarily quite as red and volatile as they had been before. So I definitely think that this saved my skin from complete ruin back in January or February. But now that I've completed the 1.1 fluid ounce bottle, I will say that I would definitely repurchase this, and this is again one of my favorite serums. I do think that this and the Illumination Aura are a great combo if you want to use Illumination Aura during the day and the Super Age at night. I just think that together they give you the anti-aging power and the brightening power that you need to really achieve the best complexion possible. So this is definitely worth an investment, and if you guys are interested, I will do a complete write-up of this product on the blog. Just let me know. Now, many of you have probably noticed that I have been incorporating more and more Hautelook into my skincare routine, and I recently talked about this on Instagram, but this is the Snow Eyes EX White Ginseng Exfoliating Gel. And growing up, even though I had a Korean grandmother, she highly discouraged the use of Korean beauty products, but now I think the scene has changed and Korean beauty products are up and coming front runners for my attention. So I really love Hautelook as a brand. I think they do great products, and this exfoliating gel is one of those products that you should definitely try. Most exfoliating gels or exfoliating products tend to leave your skin dry and stripped, but this one, even though it has an herbal scent that may discourage some people, I do think that this is an exfoliator that's probably going to become my holy grail because it just smooths and plumps the skin, and my skin feels completely baby soft. Not dry whatsoever, it's just the perfect exfoliator, and my skin does look a little bit brighter immediately after use as well. Now for the Tasha Pure One Step Camellia Cleansing Oil. And I hate to say this because it feels like I'm cheating on my Shiomara cleansing oils that I've used for the last, I don't know, nearly a decade, but I think that this Tasha cleansing oil is probably my new favorite. It's probably my holy grail, and I wish I could have a lifetime supply of this stuff because it's pretty amazing. So unlike the Shiomura cleansing oils, the Tasha feels more like an oil gel cleanser. So it's actually much more dense, and the only one that comes close is the Anti-Oxy by Shiomura, but the Tasha really removes every ounce of makeup, whether it's waterproof, whether it's really heavy foundation. I think that this is probably, again, the best cleansing oil I've ever used. And if you have been paranoid about using cleansing oils because you're afraid they'll clog pores or whatnot, definitely try the Tasha because it definitely does not feel like the traditional cleansing oil. And finally, for some color and my miss of the month, I'll start with the Naked Urban Decay Flush, which I used in my last tutorial. And this is the Naked Flushed Native palette with a bronzer, highlighter, and blush. And this is one of the lighter palettes with a hot pink blush and a slightly warm bronzer with a pink opal highlighter. And I was really ecstatic when I found out how lovely this product was because it really melds to the skin and it just blends so beautifully. It's highly pigmented, so it's an effortless look, but it's just very natural. And I generally tend to wear a completely matte bronzer, but there's a little bit of shimmer in this one that really livens up the skin and makes you look like you're glowing from within. Now for my miss of the month, this is the Heroine Make Eyelash Fixer, and I purchased this lash glue at a Japanese shop and I paid quite a bit of money for it, almost $20. So I did have high expectations for it because the sales rep said that this is one of the better lash glues, but this one actually doesn't work for my lashes at all. I feel like it makes my velour lashes really sticky and hard to reuse, and obviously that would be a detriment since velour lashes are quite expensive, but also it just doesn't stick very well. I've used it with my thin Shiomura lashes and it didn't work well with those either. So this one is definitely going into the bin, and I do not recommend this Heroine Make Eyelash Fixer. Instead, I recommend trying other Japanese brands like DUP and Shiomura if you have access to it. And that's a wrap. Thanks so much for tuning in, everyone, and I'll see y'all very soon. Bye!